Hello, this video is about military tactics. It is a newer feature that was introduced, at least on our server. I don't know if it was introduced on all the servers at the same time, but I think we've had it for like 2 or 3 months. But I am by no means an expert on this or really anything with Evony. It's just I decided to make this video because we have a lot of people that ask about them. So military tactics are extra buffs that you can use or assign to marches. And you can find them in your rally spot. That's where we are right now. And if you notice, there is a little emblem thing floating above my rally spot. That's because I can upgrade a military tactic right now if I want to. So we'll click there, military tactics, and you can see there are 4 different types. We have the guerrilla tactics, which is for ground, arrow barrage, which is for range, the maneuver for mounted, and then long range for siege. But also, if you look at some of the buff categories under there, they are not necessarily only for, siege or only for mounted or only for range or only for ground. But those are just what the majority of them are. So with these tactics, there are pretty much 2 ways that you can upgrade them. You can drill the tactic or you can do breakthrough, which actually you have to do drill first before you can do breakthrough. So for instance, guerrilla here, if we drill, so you can see with those ground ones, I'm already on the 2nd level. And if you look at the bottom, it tells you how much I need to upgrade to the 3rd level. So 400k gold and 150 of these military treaties, which these you get automatically by competing daily activity. So as you can see there, it says when your points get to 20 or 110, you will automatically get some of those. So I am saving up. I have 142 right now, and I am saving up to actually upgrade my ranged one. And once when you've gotten to the 3rd level, so also with the range I'm only at level 2, but once when you get to the 3rd level, not only do you have that increase of those proficiency buffs, but also you will be able to do the breakthrough. So as you can see, it says it needs to be at level 3. So let's pop on over to the mounted military tactics right now because I do have that upgraded to level 3. Click on drill and see we are currently on level 3, waiting to go to level 4. So I am able to do my breakthrough ones. Okay, and if you go back to that first screen, so that use to activate, those are your drill buffs, and then the own to activate, those are your breakthrough buffs. And of course, if you break that down, use to activate, that is when you have the military tactic activated with a march that you are currently using, then those buffs will be in place. Own to activate, I just have it. I don't have to, currently be using it with a march to work, but those buffs under the own to activate should always be working. Okay, so anyway, the breakthrough, to increase the breakthrough, again, gold is needed, but also these little fragments. So maneuver tactics fragments, which you also get from daily activity. A little harder though, daily activity of 80 and 145 to collect them. And right now I do not have any of them open. But to find those fragments to do the breakthrough, you need to go into your items and then scroll down for a bright red chest. There it is. I have 110 of them so far. And they don't open automatically because you have to tell them which ones you want. So you have to think ahead and plan ahead and decide which ones you want to do the breakthrough on and how many you need to do the breakthrough, so then you can tell it how many you want open from those chests. Okay, I'm not going to open those right now, but let's go back into our military tactics. And of course, remember I said there was that little floating emblem above the rally spot? That's to let me know that I can upgrade my siege, which I am holding out on. I don't have a siege march yet, siege PvP march, so it's not really a priority for me. All right, so an issue that a lot of people have been having is sending out a military tactic when they aren't meaning to. So one way to prevent that from happening is to have your march presets and to pretty much only use your march presets whenever you choose a march, to either go out to gather, to explore, to join a rally, start a rally, whatever. Because in your march presets, you can tell I'm below the generals. Well, let's go to my range PvP march. Below the generals, we have the military tactics area, and I can expand that. And you can see that I have that ranged one assigned to my ranged march. My ground march has the ground one, and then my mounted PvP has the mounted one too. I suppose I could go back and assign it to, this is my mounted monster march, and I'll do that later when I have all my troops back. But yeah, you just click on it, and then of course save your preset, just like you're making a normal preset. All right. So of course, only using preset marches will either activate or deactivate your military tactics based on what you have set in your presets. If you do not do presets and you just do, like random, like ad hoc marches to kill monsters or gather or whatever, Evony will automatically assign a military tactic, whether you want it to or not. So that's something you have to check for if you think that you'll want those tactics to use with another march. So just as an example, so see, I'm not clicking on any march preset right now, and Evony has automatically assigned that ranged tactic with this march. Of course, if I click on a tactic, see it's unclicked it, so it's no longer highlighted. My march will go out without a tactic. So if you remember looking at there were two tactics that were grayed out. Let's pull that back up. Okay, we had two tactics that are grayed out. So my mounted one and my ground one are grayed out, so that means they are currently in use. Your march can only have one tactic with it, and you can only have a tactic with one active march at a time. Okay, you can have 4 marches and each one with a different tactic, but you can, again, only have that tactic being used with one march at a time. So I imagine my marches that have them, I can tell you they are not my gathering one, it's my 2 exploring ones. They still have tactics with them, and if I recall them back, you will see. Okay, well, let's go and do that. Let's recall. I'll recall this one back so you can see that I get that military tactic back. I hate wasting march speed ups, but here we go. All right, so now I'll send a march back out to that relic, and please don't judge me on what I use to send things to the relics. I just want to get them out there. Okay, so let's go back up to there, and as you can see, we did get that ground tactic back when he returned, and now Evony is wanting to send the ground tactic with him, but no, let's unhighlight that so I have it for my own use. Okay, and march. So anyway, those are military tactics, And when people ask about them, it's usually because they want to use them and notice that they are grayed out and they can't access them. Well, it's because it was automatically assigned with another March that is currently out. So anyway, thank you for watching.